YouTube, this is Jen, your Pudgy Picker. Got another Monday haul for you. Hit 2 of my thrift stores today. Didn't do so good at the second one as usual. It was pretty picked over by the time I got over there. But I did, of course, manage to find a couple of good items at the second place. So let me show you what I got. Connor managed to snag this Sony Walkman before me. It was only $1.50. I did get this Panasonic CD player. I don't usually pick up Panasonic. It's not the greatest brand, but it was only $2 and it has the cassette converter as well as the car charging unit that goes in the cigarette lighter. So I thought with those other two things that it might be worth more. I got a Polaroid camera. It was $3. I opened it up. It had an empty cartridge for the film in it. So if you take that out and then you put it back in and close it, it'll make the sound like it spits out the cardboard. So it's ready to go, and that worked fine. And the flash works good too. So it looks in pretty good condition. It looks, barely used. So for $3, that was definitely a good score. Happy spring, even though in my neck of the woods it feels like spring outside. I got that to put away for next year. Found this exit sign for $3, and I figured it's new in the box, so I'm sure I can get a decent amount for that. Anything you can get that is for, an office or industrial type stuff usually does really good because people don't want to go to the company and pay full price. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Haven't done any research on it, but it takes a little time. Whenever I bring my items in, I want to show them to you so that I can get them immediately tagged for my booth or do the research to list them on eBay. I got some more brooches. I have a jewelry spinner that is just for brooches, and I've been selling them between $10 and $14. So I got, let's see, hopefully I can zoom in on these. This one's real pretty. It's got like a pinkish stone. Maybe. There we go. This one has pearls, so these are all half price. This one's really pretty. It's just like a swirl. And then that one looks like a flower, and this one was only $1.50. See if it'll focus. Maybe. But it's got like these little purpley stones and a pearl in the middle. Very pretty. And that one is just like a pin in the back. It doesn't have the bar type pin on it. Got some more tea lights for myself. These are Yankee Candle Company. The cotton, which is one of my favorite scents, for $1.50. This is really interesting. This was $3. But it looks like an ice bucket, but these are spreaders. And these are good for people who have parties and get-togethers. But it looks like wine bottles in an ice bucket. Isn't that cute? So my sister sold a similar type of object, but it looked like an ice cube, and then it had little snowman heads. It was very cute. And it sold within days of her bringing it into the booth. I got this cookie jar that says we can build a snowman. It's pretty heavy, doesn't have any particular markings on it. I did get it for $3. Got some vintage plates from Disney. This one, you can tell by the style of it, is definitely older. That one was $1.50. Just says Walt Disney Productions. I don't really see a date on it. I'll have to do some research. I'm not one to buy collector plates, but these are a good price and they are Disney, so I thought I'd take a chance. These two, I believe, were $1.50 each. I did take the price tag off of that one. Yeah, these were $1.50 each. And this one has Epcot. Now on the back, it says, made exclusively for Epcot Center, 1982 Disney, Japan. I know you can't read that, but that's what it says. And the original sticker says $9.95. So I'll do some research on that. There's no chips, no crazing, no scratches. They're very pretty. They're smaller. And then that one, of course, is the castle. And I thought of you when I saw these from See and Save. I saw these and I thought, Anne would have bought these. So if these aren't worth a lot, individually, then I probably will lot them together and have two in one, listing. But we'll see. I don't buy that much Disney, and I probably never buy plates. But I saw these, and they were in such good condition, I thought, for essentially $4.50 for all 3 plates, it was worth trying it out. I got a vintage Bernat counted cross-stitch picture of some horses. Whenever I see horses, I always think of Mad Main. I always think of Kay because she loves her horses. So this kit's never been opened. It's got everything in it, and it's ready to go. Bernat is a pretty good vintage brand to buy. Oh, I think I missed my polar bear. I have a blue polar bear. And I have a funny story about blue polar bears. My husband originally is from Pennsylvania, and we went to the city zoo there. And the polar bears were blue because they put stuff in the water to either make the water blue or to keep the algae out or whatever. But the polar bears were blue. So I'm sure everybody from that city was like in kindergarten, so what color are polar bears? Blue. So I got this blue polar bear for $2.50. I got a puzzle that says Paris, $4.50. It is still sealed. I'm going to check this one out online and see how it does. Puzzles have not been moving very well at all in my booth. That was something that sold really well for me in my previous space, but not so much in this new one. So I don't know what to tell you. I may just go ahead and list them on eBay. I'm going to wait till I have a few more items so I don't have a bare spot in the booth, but they're not doing good. And I have a good price on them. And they're funny enough, there is a vendor in our mall who almost exclusively sells puzzles. And I don't know if he's still there or not. I haven't been to that aisle in a while. But, when you have a booth, you have to have variety because it's difficult to sell one item because you're cutting down on your customers and who would even walk in and look at your stuff if you have a majority of one particular item or one particular style. Got this cute little plaque. It is embroidered. It says grandmother, a heart, and door that is always open. And this says Valerie's Folk Art Applique in Arkansas. So there you go. I moved the tag so I could finish reading that. So this was only $1. Isn't it adorable? So you can hang it up or put it on a tabletop. This I saw and it just jumped out at me. It was like $1. And it's Godzilla versus the Sea Monster. Looks like crab. Yummy. So I guess 1969 is the original. Come on now. Is the original date of this. And then I believe the date on the cassette or on this actual tape is 1982. So for $1, yeah, I don't buy videotapes that much, but I just saw that and thought that was really cool. Even just for the graphics on the box. I got this cute little CD holder, which I may use for something else. Let me see, what was the price on it? It was $2.50. So I really like that. I may sell it, may use it, not sure. And I actually stooped to the level of hiding something last week. It's funny when you're digging through a rack and you come across something and you know somebody hid it because they're waiting for half price day, and I think, oh, people, just bite the bullet and buy it. So guess what I did? They have large frame pictures in 2 different places in this particular store. So I looked, and it was last Thursday I was there. I had a 30% off my punch card that I've been using. This is $12.99, and I was like, hey, I can't decide if I want to do that. It's framed. It has glass on the back. It has the original price of $19.99. and I just couldn't pull the trigger. So there was another second place where they have some paintings and pictures, and they had a real tall mirror that was in front of it that was really ugly. So I took this and put it behind the mirror. So when I went in, I actually went in with my son because he had gotten out of school early that day. And I told him what I did, and he goes, "You didn't." And I said, "Yeah, I hid something." So I go over and I open it up, and he goes, "Ooh, that's nice. Is that it?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Hey, it worked." So instead of getting $12.99 and 30% off, I got $12.99 and 50% off. So I paid $6.50. And I know these, vintage liquor and type of pictures do really well. They are like a 20s, 30s style, and real nice black frame, really good condition. So yeah, that was a definite pickup. So I don't hide stuff all the time. That's the first time I've done it in a long time, because there are people who absolutely will dig and find everything. And of course, it wouldn't be a Pudgy Picker haul without some fabric. I don't know what it is, but fabric has been very good to me recently. And, excuse me, today was no different. I only got maybe 4 pieces. This was $1, just has stars on it. This style of fabric has been around forever. It's got the itty bitty little rosebuds on it. Isn't it cute? That one was 50 cents. There's at least a yard on there. This real pretty, almost like a teal. It looks more teal, but it is more green in person. That one was 50 cents. There's probably a yard there. This one is a big old chunk. When I open up the bag, when I go in and I buy fabric, I said to the cookie jar, I said, "Please just take this and wrap the cookie jar in it," because they use so much newspaper and it gets everywhere and on everything. And, save a tree. So I went ahead and got this one for $2. So I kind of half measured it. And it is like 6 yards. So that was a really good price. So it's like a paisley purple and lavender. It's really pretty. It's like a cotton blend. But as you can tell, there is a whole lot there. So nice find for $2. So that is all I got. I do have a funny story for you. At this particular thrift store, if there's a large item of furniture or a shelf or, an entertainment center or something big you can't put in your cart, you're supposed to just take and pull the tag off and hang on to it. And then when you get up front, you say, "This is for a so-and-so in the back." And they'll either bring it up to the front, or they encourage you to pull around back. And that's, the furniture's right by the back door, and they'll just carry it out and stick it in your car. So I was back there, and this woman had this enormous tube TV. And she was like, "Oh, I really want to get this. I really want to get this." And there's people swarming around, because everybody, as soon as they open up the door, runs back to the furniture and the electronics. So this lady lifted this TV up and was putting it into her cart. Now, the carts at Unique Thrift Store are not like a grocery cart. They're smaller. They're not the itty bitty little baby ones where you have to hunch your back to push, but they're somewhere in between. So she finally somehow was balancing it. And as soon as she picked it up, I said, "You could just take the tag off of there and take it up front and pay for it. Nobody else can get it if the tag's off." And she's like, "Oh, okay." So that was I'm going to do what I want, but thanks for the advice, but I'm not going to take it. So she balanced it in, and I turned and walked up maybe like 3 yards away, and guess what I heard? Crash. So she evidently decided to try and push the cart with the TV balancing precariously on top, and it fell off and smashed. Yeah. So it was funny, because the whole time I was in the thrift store this day, I heard like 4 or 5 different crashes. People were dropping stuff left and right. I mean, you hear it once in a while, stuff happens. But today, every time it happened, I was like, holy cow, everybody's breaking stuff. And it wasn't me. So I was very thrilled that I didn't break anything yet. I'm not superstitious, so I shouldn't do that. But you get the point. It wasn't me busting stuff for a change. And besides, I pay for my things before I bust them into pieces. So, yeah, I always laugh when I hear the different stories on thrifty business with Jay and Nay about their thrifty encounters. So that was my thrifty encounter for the week. Yeah, people bouncing stuff off the ground. So it's funny too because I don't think the TV completely shattered, but something broke bad. And I turned around to look over and she was shoving it back on the shelf. I'm like, well, I hope it's obviously broken because somebody's going to come along and pick that up, take it home and plug it in, and it ain't going to work. So, yeah, adventures in thrifting. So that's all I got for you today. Go out there and find some good stuff. Please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. And also subscribe to me if you haven't already. I am very happy to have almost 1,800 subscribers. Yay, me! So I appreciate all my subscribers. I make sure that I comment on all my comments. And I will again say, if you have left me a comment and you have not gotten a comment in return, I hope I didn't miss you, but there is a chance that you do not have your settings on YouTube to accept a return comment or a reply. So, yeah. So a lot of times if I get a comment and it does not have a place where I can reply to it, I would just thumbs up it so the people know that I did read it. Because I read all my comments. I enjoy them so very much. I love seeing what you guys got going on. Because I'm nosy like that. So that's all I got. Get out there and find some good stuff. I will see you next time. And until then, what am I going to say? Say it with me. Happy picking. Bye.